How's it going, guys? It's Liam here from Stadium Nissan, and I am here to do the third car of our used car features. So we did our Audi first, and on Saturday I posted another one that was our first Nissan feature. So I wanted to do another Nissan feature, and luckily my favorite car that we have on used lot actually happens to be here right now for me to take a video of it. So the question is now, what car is it? A beautiful 2017 Maxima. Alright guys, without further ado, let's get into the specs. This 2017 Maxima is a Platinum edition, which means it's fully loaded. The wheels are 18-inch aluminums, which are specific to the Platinum model. Underneath the hood is a 3.5 liter V6 engine that puts out 300 horsepower. The transmission is CVT, or continuously variable transmission, and it is front wheel drive. I should also mention that this is a one owner vehicle. So this guy bought the vehicle new in 2017, drove it for 2 years, and traded it in for a brand new 2019. Alright guys, let's move from the outside of the vehicle to the inside. Now this vehicle, like most new Nissan vehicles, has remote keyless entry, and as long as you have the key within a certain distance, all you gotta do is push this button here to lock or unlock the doors. Now inside you'll notice all this beautiful leather on the doors. It's also got this wood accenting here, as well as next to the steering wheel here, on the opposite door, and right above the glove box there. So as far as buttons go, on the driver's side door, you've got your rear windows, which are not automatic, and your front windows, which are. So these are one touch up and down. These are manual, you gotta hold them. These are your window locks, your door locks, as well as your mirror positioning left and right, and that's how you move them. Now, something new on this car that hasn't been on the first two cars I did were the custom driving seat positions. So you've got two different people who have two different driving positions. You set one to one and two to the other. And all you need to do when you get in is push one or two, and it will set your mirrors as well as chair and steering wheel to your correct driving position. Moving on inside now. Right here we've got an instrument cluster lighting button, so depending on how bright it is outside, you can either decrease or increase the lighting on the display right here. There's also a trip reset button. Going from the left, we've got your trunk button, your traction control. This vehicle comes with a heated leather steering wheel, so in case you want a heated leather steering wheel, you hit that. Now, this button is really cool. I didn't know what it did when I first started this video, so I actually had to pause it and figure out what this did. And instead of telling you guys what it does, I'm going to show you quick. So you got to turn on the car here. Now watch, I'm going to push this up, and I'm going to point you guys towards the back. That was a sunshade. So if for some reason you're parked or you just want to cover it up so that it doesn't get so hot, use that sunshade and it blocks some of the sun's light from heating up your rear passengers. Moving on to the steering wheel, very similar to other Nissans. Volume controls, source control, as well as your track control. You can skip your track or the station, and these two buttons here control that display up there, so you can select whatever kind of settings you want. There's also the nav system here. Continuing on to the other side, we've got our Pro Pilot Assist. So I'm going to quickly cover what Pro Pilot Assist is, and I haven't been able to do that on any of the other vehicles because they haven't been new enough. Pro Pilot Assist is Nissan's hands-on driver assistance. So it will, and you can set it based on how close you want to be to the person in front of you, and there's 3 settings. So when you're cruising, it will pick however far, setting 1, 2, or 3, and it will hold that distance whether the car slows down or speeds up in front of you. It will also have lane departure detection, and as long as the lanes on either side of the vehicle are, clear enough for the cameras to pick up, it will actually automatically steer for you on slight corners. Now, you do need to have a hand on the steering wheel for Pro Pilot Assist to activate properly, but even having 3 or 4 fingers on the steering wheel, you can see the wheel turn based on the lines on the road. So moving on from the Pro Pilot Assist button, we've got our cruise control speed up and down, our voice activation for any kind of voice controls, as well as a phone button and a cruise control set button. Moving over to the center display, we've got our menu button. This vehicle does come with a nav system, so if you want to look up the nav, you just hit map. audio controls right here. Right now it's on radio, but if we go to sources, it does have quite a few other systems like aux cords, Bluetooth capability, as well as iPhone and iPod hookups. Here we've got the camera button, and it will pull up a 360 view as well as a front camera. Now you might be wondering, why you need a front camera, but if for some reason there is something that you can't see, above the hood, that camera will let you know how close you are to it. Other side, we've got our lighting button, so it'll increase or decrease the lighting. Track selector here, as well as a back button. We've got 2 dials. This one is going to be mostly for controlling like your menu, and obviously this one is volume and power. Moving down to this, we've got front heated window, rear heated window, as well as dual temperature control. So if I wanted to take this off, I could set this side to one temperature and this side to a different temperature. So if for some reason, one person was hot, one person was cold, you're able to, each kind of set your own temperature. So moving on down, we've got our shifter. Now, like I said, it's CVT, but this one again comes with the sport shifter, which I covered in an earlier video. So if I put it, into drive, I can select which gear it's in based on how I push this, so up gear and downshift. Let's move further down the center here. Right here we've also got display controls for that middle thing right there. Got a back button, a home button, a map button, and this is a selector. And actually, if you're on the navigation system, this will either increase or decrease the zoom on the map. Right here we've got our 2 driving modes, normal and sport. Sport will stiffen the suspension. Right here we've got our seat controls. Now this car not only comes with heated seats, but it also comes with cooled seats. So if for instance it was really hot, and we all know that leather does sometimes get sticky, these seats have holes in the bottom and fans. So if I turned it here, it would actually start blowing cool air through my seat to cool me down. And likewise, if it was cold, you could set it there and have it heat up. A couple more things to cover up front here, and then we'll move to the back seat. This is not an ashtray. It's actually where you hide your USB and aux cable inputs right here. It's also a pretty deep hole, like I could stick my whole hand in there. Center console, pretty simple, pull it up. Again, lots of room in here. There's also a 12 volt right there. All right, let's go take a look in the back seat. All right, moving into the back seat. Got some nice wood accenting back here as well, chrome door handles. Once we sit in the seat, I have quite a bit of leg room here, like almost my whole hand. Nice door rest here. There's also a bottle holder, or hold anything you really want down here. It's also got all-weather floor mats, so if you're in here with some dirty shoes, you're not gonna wreck up the bottom of your car. The rear passengers do get their own air vents. Turn those on and off. The only other thing I have to mention back here is this. Opens up, you've got a storage cubby here, as well as a cup holder here and here. Moving on from the back seat. A couple other little things I have to mention. Trunk is automatic. All you need to do is touch that little button up there. Lots of room here. There's also a kind of a cargo holding net here that you can tuck away into that little Ziploc bag there. Underneath this floor, if I can get a good shot of it, you have room for your spare tire and any tools you might need. Couple other features to mention on this vehicle before we tie up the video. It has an automatic dimming rear view mirror, so if for some reason someone is behind you and they're blasting their high beams into your eyes, it'll automatically dim it so you don't go blind, as well as automatic front headlights. So in the day, they won't be on, but if it gets dark at night, they'll automatically come on. All you need to do is set the selector switch to automatic. Alright guys, this has been my Wednesday feature. Beautiful 17 Maxima Platinum Edition. Fully loaded, fantastic vehicle, drives great, beautiful seats, tons of features, very interesting vehicle. So please, come on down to Stadium Nissan, come take it for a drive, see if you like it. My name's Liam Sikowski. If you want to get in contact with me, you can call me at 403-370-9052 or email me at Liam Sikowski. Actually, it's just liam@stadiumnissan.com. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I enjoyed making it. Take care, and you have a beautiful sunny Wednesday afternoon, Calgary.